Okay, guys, I'll tell you the important steps you should follow and what are the different things you have to practice in this TSP program. Clear? So I'm facing a little bit issue in my camera. So from tomorrow onwards, I'll be you know I'll just turn on the camera, and if possible, students, you can also turn on your camera, so that will be more helpful for us. So whether you guys are having interaction or not, so we can check that. Okay, clear? Okay, fine. The first is, so we are doing the TSP program. So this is entirely a TSP program. Increase the size. Okay. So this is actually a TSP program which you are going to learn. That is Tech-Saksham, we can say. Okay. So in this program, so what happened is some criteria you need to achieve to get certificate. Actually, in a certificate, you will be getting two, that is three logos will be there, Microsoft and SAP. Okay. For certification and placement. Okay. So you need to secure more than 70% of attendance. Okay, that is first thing. And then second one is you need to get more than 60% of your assessment scores. And the third one is your capstone project. Okay, these are the three things you need to achieve uh, to get a certificate and the placements. Clear? And next thing is, in assessment, what are the assessments we have is, first we will be having two assessment, impact and pre-assessment. But for evaluation purpose, you will be getting two assessment, that is midterm. So after completing 50% of syllabus, you will be having midterm assessment, and then a final assessment will be there. So this is after completing 100% of your course completion. Clear? So this is all about your certifications and placements. So placement will be, so when you will be getting a placement notification is, that I will tell you. Placement notification. So this will be available from your that is the TSP LMS dashboard. So we'll be giving access for your that is a TSP program. So especially for LMS access, there you can see all your content, all your hands-on PPT, self-practice, interview questions, everything will be there, even recording session. Okay, so you need to you can check all your placement details in this LMS dashboard only. And when you will be getting the placements means, after getting a 60% of your attendance, you will get. But guys, please understand. So this it will not be eligible for a certification. Okay. So you need to get more than 60% and 60% in your assessment scores. Okay. So then only 50% of your course completion. So then only you will be getting a placement opportunity. Clear? So these are the important points. Let me also put it in the chat box. You can read it out. And one more thing, I just want to inform you. This program is for software web development. Okay. If anyone from artificial intelligence, you can leave. So you'll be having a separate session. This is entirely for software development program. Clear? So now we understand what is for certification and placements and the notification, placement notification. So now we will come to one is subject. Okay, what are the different subjects we are going to learn? So that we need to know, right? So here we are going to learn about applied cloud computing with software development. Okay. So here you will be having some, 3 modules, module 1 and module 2 and module 3. So what are these modules? So first is your foundation. Okay. And the second module, a core concepts will be there. And also you'll be having finally the advanced course content. So these are the 3 modules you'll be learning here. So what is in the foundation? What are the things you'll be learning as SDLC and HTML, CSS, and then JS, advanced JS. Okay. And then you will learn about, Java programming and advanced Java. So guys, if you have any question in between, please let me know. Okay. Okay, this is your first module. So you'll be learning about foundation. That is in the foundation, STLC, HTML, 5, CSS, 3, and then JS, advanced JS, Java, and advanced Java. Okay, these are the topics you'll be learning on the first module. And what about the second module? In the second module, the core concept. Core concept in the sense about JSP, servlet, and about database. Okay, database management system. And then about this one, React JS, Spring Boot, and then UI, UX concept. Clear? So this is in your second module. The second module will be learning these topics. And what is, advanced course? Advanced course, here you will come to know about a cloud computing. Clear? So this is about cloud computing part. And one more thing, I just want to tell you. Let me see here. So in technical training, so it is for 80 hours. So you'll be spending 60 hours for your hands-on and 20 hours for your theory. Okay, and capstone project is for 25 hours. An employability session that is conducted by a different trainer. Okay, who's good knowledge in employability skills. So they will be taking. So that is for 15 hours. And volunteering experts session. So this is handled by the experts who are working in the IT industries. Okay, that is for 10 hours. And self-paced learning is nothing but that is also for 10 hours. This is for extra course certification. I will let you know after 2 to 3 days. Okay. So just we understand. So these are the criteria we need to complete. So that's all about this program. Clear, everyone? So any doubts as of now? Any question, Nikita and others who will join today? Any questions? Okay, if you have any questions, okay, fine. If you have any questions, you can just ask me in between. Okay. And then so now one more thing I want to tell you. So as of now, you understood about the placements and certifications and what are the different topics you have. And now how you are going to perform in the session. Okay, that's very important, right? So let's see that. Okay, so next is uh, I have a PPT, that is PPT presentation. Okay, PPT presentation means I'll be presenting on the session time. I'll be presenting Okay, and then next is the classroom activities. Classroom activities means we'll be having a hands-on for each and every topics. Okay, so that I will be executing on the session. Okay, and the third thing is our PPT in the classroom and self-paced exercises. Self-paced exercises means, for example, I completed HTML topic today. So you need to, I'll be giving some questions today after completing the session. So you need to practice and then share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, you need to share me in the WhatsApp group whether you have completed the topic or not. Okay, that is very compulsory. Okay, so that is after the session. Students have to complete this. Clear? And then we have interview questions. Okay, interview questions will be discussed after each and every topic. So that is done by me on the session after completing a topic. And one more thing is hands-on. So that is handbook. So you can see the handbook on the LMS. So in the handbook, you'll be getting all the content details of each and every example you can see. Okay, so you can access it from the LMS portal. Clear? So this is the part you are going to do, and this is the part I'm going to conduct, that classroom activities and PPT. Clear, everyone? Okay. And next is, so I need to tell you about LMS. So what is called LMS? LMS is a learning management system, right? For Tech-Saksham program, we have a LMS. So let me, okay, let me open. So now don't try to log in this because you didn't get any access as of now. Wait a minute. Okay, this is the LMS portal for you guys. Okay, you need to log in. So as of now, don't ever try to register this because you guys have already registered. Okay, for a knowledge purpose, I'm just logging into this. Okay, actually here you can see my details. So better I can do one thing. So after 3 days, I will tell you how you can do it. And what is this 3 days means? The 3 days I will be evaluating how many students are attending for these 3 days. They that persons only can attend the session regularly. So others I can't add. Clear? The first 3 days I will be evaluating. Clear, ma? So if you're having a good attendance in this 3 days, I'll be adding it in the LMS portal. Otherwise, I can't do it. So starting from today, we can take. So today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. So today is Wednesday. Oh, right. So today is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Friday, I'll be uploading all your details on the LMS. You will be getting user ID and password. Then you can access the LMS and you can see the PPTs and the handbooks and recording session. So that will be available. Clear, ma? I hope everyone is clear. Just tell me yes or no, show thumbs up. Any doubts so far? Okay. Yes. Vyashri, is what's your doubt, ma? You are raising your hand. You're raising your hand. Any questions, Bhavyashri? Okay, fine. So now we are in the module 1. Okay, we are going to learn about software development. Okay. So I hope on that day some students have listened what is software development and why we are going for it. Just we'll have a recap and revise it. Okay, I have completed till iterative model. I go. Hope. Okay, let's start with that. So these are the objectives you're going to learn about fundamental of software development. So can you guys tell me why we need to learn about this software development? So why it is so important to learn? Because this part, this PPT is especially the first part will be a theory. So we'll be having a less content only. Okay. So I need your interaction. So why we need to learn this fundamentals of software development? Just think everything, whatever you're learning, just compare with your job opportunities. Okay. So then only it will be easy to answer in an interview. Why we need to learn the software development? Yes. Why it is necessary to learn the software development models and everything. No idea. If you don't have any idea also, you can just tell me so that I can continue with the flow. To improve the customer service by creating interactive environment. Yes, we can add, yeah. Software development, we are just going to learn about software development. So how it has been developed is exactly. So we can accept this point, yeah. Okay, so I'll consider this answer. Let's start. Okay. Getting familiar with software development. So these are the objectives we will learn. So first, what is software development and types of softwares we have, and what is SDLC and SDLC stages, and software development models and software application architecture. Okay, clear? So this is, as you can see in the image, can you guys tell me what are these different software? Can you name the software and why it is used? Why it is used and can you name the softwares? So you can see some softwares like W, X, S, O, F, N, P, and T, and Windows, Micros Edge, and Mac OS. So what are these softwares? Why? What is the use of it? You can just give me some answers. This image is given for you. You just think and tell me. Obviously, everyone is from, mostly you guys are from computer science or engineering students, right? You guys would have knowledge about this. No idea? Okay, come on. We can have a question like this. So I have a Mac OS. So what is Mac OS? Mainly used for editing and web browsing. Is Microsoft Edge and the other. Okay, let's see one by one. So you can see Word document and Excel, spreadsheet, Outlook, and Teams, Note, right? And then PowerPoint. So we have a lot of things. So these are all application which we can install. So which is defaultly installed if you are purchasing some Windows OS, right? If you're purchasing some Windows OS, you can easily see all this application will be on your PC. So they will be giving some access for each and every product. You can use it using your mail ID. And what is this Windows? Windows is again a operating system and Mac OS is an operating system. So what do you think? So Can you tell me like Windows OS, is it easy to use Windows OS or Mac OS? Which one will be easy for you? And which the users are using mostly in this nowadays what is trending? So which has some advantages and disadvantages, right? Because everyone has to be interactive, so try to give some answers. Why I'm asking you guys to give answers means, if it comes to an interview, you'll be getting a lot of informations while you're talking in the session. So that's why I'm asking you. So here in this program, you have a lot of opportunities, not only one particular job opportunities we are focusing on different job opportunities. Okay. So okay, let me tell you. So if no, most of them are using Windows, right? Windows OS is really easy, but if you use Mac OS, okay, if you use Mac OS, you will not like to use Windows, because that much of no clarity and the efficiency it will be in Mac OS when you compare with Windows. Okay, so that is one disadvantages we can say. And mostly the Mac OS will be rare if you take not that much uh, in we can take it in India. So most of them are not having this Mac OS. So mostly used one is Windows. So the urban people we can say. Yes, Ram. Okay. And then Microsoft Edge is a browser. So these are the application. And what is software? So on the day we have discussed, software is a set of instructions that performs a particular task. So that is going to be a software. And what are the different types of softwares we have? System and program and application software. So now in the image, first I will tell you what it is. System software is nothing but it sits between a hardware and the application software. Okay, I'm just purchasing my laptop. I don't have any system software on my laptop. Then what happens? So it doesn't going to work, because operating system is very, very important, right? So that going to function your the application. Okay, so that is called as a system software. And program software, so that it gives a programmers tools such as text editors, compilers, linkers, debuggers, and other tools to create a code. It performs a specific task to keep the computer running. Okay. So for example, I want to run my application. So where you will be running using some text editors, and the compilers will be there, linkers will be there, debuggers. So these are the important things we need for the programming. So if you're going to perform some programming, then obviously we need all these tools. So that is called as a program software. And what is going to be an application software? Anything that is not an operating system or utility in an application or an app. So example, a word processor, spreadsheet, web browser. So these are all called as what? Application softwares. Okay, these are the different types of softwares we have. So what is software development? So already we have discussed many things, right? So users depends on the user needs. Okay. And can you tell me, so what is software development? On the day we have discussed something, right? We can have a recap of it. So what is software development? So now we know what is software. What is software development? So actually, Shaik have given some answer to improve the customer service by creating interactive environment. Am I right? Yes, obviously it will be creating an interactive environment. So what are the steps we can follow? See here, dedicated to the process of creating, designing, deploying, and supporting a software. So these are the process we need to follow. Clear? So we need to create, we need to design, and someone has to use it, and then and after using it, some suggestions will be there, so that that should be taken care by the developer by changing some designing and the other things. So these are the process will be followed for the software development. Clear? And what are the life cycle we are going to follow? So I hope some students have attended. Can you guys tell me? On the day we have given some real-time examples, right? For requirement analysis, defining. So what is requirement analysis? SDLC. But for this also there will be openings. Okay, so please learn about each and every models. That's very, very important. The important models I can say you can go through Agile and the Spiral. Agile is more trending, so you can know about it. Okay. So now can you tell me what is requirement analysis? Yes, ma. No idea? No one? So everyone is in the session, yes or no? Analyzing the needs and the expectation. Yes, good. Vasanthi. So yeah. So requirement analysis in the sense, yes. So analyzing the needs and the expectations of the customers or the stakeholders and what is going to be the budget and the cost. Each and everything will be analyzing in the requirement analysis. And when it comes to a defining part, defining means what? In the defining part, so we'll create that as in a document. Okay, so that is SRS, software requirement specification. So in that we'll be, identify the user expectations. Yes, exactly, Jyoti. You're also right. The defining part is you're just keeping all it as a document. Whatever you're getting it from the stakeholders, clients, and the customers, so that will be documented in a defining phase. And the third one is going to be a designing part. So in the designing phase, whatever we have documented, we'll be checking the designing part. So that will be the final thing. Okay, the designing part is going to be the final thing. Why? Because that final, this designing part will be, structured and then it's given to the coding team. Okay. And the requirement analysis I told you, right? So that will be taken care by senior team member. Okay. That cannot be handled by the person who's newly joined. That should be taken by the requirement analysis. Okay. And the coding. So in the coding part, if you see, so this, this coding part is nothing but after knowing the designing, so you will be giving all this document, that is this documents will be given to the developers, okay, the programmers. So they will check the designing. So what are the technologies you have to use, and what is the timeline for this thing, and what is the cost budget. So each and everything you will be checking, and finally you will be creating a code. Okay. So once the fourth phase has been completed, you will be moving to the testing part. So in the testing part, what happened? In the testing part, you need to check the bugs. So obviously you can come across some other roles like software testing roles, right? So in the software testing roles, what they will do is, let's take some, insurance website, okay, or any kind of, loan or something. So they have to log in, right? For each and everything, you need to analyze in the testing part. The team will analyze each and every tab, whether it is working perfectly or not. So that that will be, analyzed by this testing team. So each and every bugs will be cleared in the testing part. And then finally, we are moving to the the phase, that is sixth phase, that is deployment. Deployment in the sense you will be delivering this to the app store. Okay. So you will be delivering to the person who needs it, right? So that is called as a deployment. And once the customer or a client or a stakeholder who is using that particular application or the software, so that will be analyzed by the maintenance team. So maintenance in team in the sense supporting team, they will be checking the queries or the feedbacks. So we can say customer supports or tech supports, right? So they will be checking all these things. The maintenance part will be taken care by them. So they will be troubleshooting all the issues which is coming from the customer, and finally that will be given to the developer. If there is any modification should be done in the website, so that will be taken care. Clear? Clear, everyone? So these are the SDLC, that is software development life cycle. Any questions from this? Everyone understood? Yes or no, students? Show thumbs up or say yes or no. Thank you, Lazia, Praveen. I can see only 2 thumbs up. What about the remaining students? Everyone understood? Okay, fine. I hope you guys have understood. But if you have any questions also, you can ask me. Okay, in the morning time also, you can ask me. I'll be available. Okay. After the session, I'm talking. So next is software development model. So now, previously, we got some idea like how the software development life cycle is, the process from the starting to the ending. Uh, how the developers and the other persons will be taking care of it. So now, what are the different models we need? So why we need to go for this? The main important thing is to attain some success in our development. So that is why we are going for a different models. So the second point is like, so in each and every organization, the client is going to be different, and the motor is going to be different, and the timeline and the cost and the cost and the budgets, everything will be get differed according to the clients, right? Or the stakeholders or the customers. So for that reason, so they have given a different models has been designed as per a different organizations. Okay, so you can see each process models follows as a series of steps unique to its type to ensure the success in the process of a software development. Clear? So first we will see about this waterfall model. So what is waterfall model? And then we have discussed about some 3 models, I guess, or 2 models. Okay, I think only 2 models, right? So first we will see what is this waterfall model. Let me take some other color. Okay, so first we will see what is waterfall model. Or the waterfall model, first we can see the picture. You can see the images of each and this requirement analysis, and for design and implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. Okay, these are the different steps we have. Is a continuous software development model. Okay, and this development model you can see steadily downwards through the steps of each and everything. If your the senior member is working on this requirement analysis, right? So he'll be working on this requirement analysis. Once it is done perfectly, then only you can move on to this the design part. Okay, then only you can move on to the next part. And you need to get some verification. Okay, you need to get some verification and the validation So two V's, okay? You need to get verification and the validation for each and every steps while you're moving to the next steps. So now the requirement analysis, once it is done, so we can move on to the design part. Okay. So if the design part is done perfectly, the verification and the validation and the certification is provided for each and everything. A certification will be provided. So then only you can move on to the next part. Clear? So certification need to be provided for each and every steps. Then again, you can, once the design is completed, then you can move on to the implementation part. Okay. And then testing and deployment and maintenance. So you need to remember for each and every steps, the completion is necessary. And then verification and validation and certification is compulsory. Okay. So now we can see some real-time example, like how we can, process this, each and everything. So let's take one example. Let's take, mobile application. So let's take a mobile application as an example. Okay. So mobile application as an example. So in the first, requirement analysis, so what will be the step? So what they will be, thinking. Can you tell me? Once again. I hope my screen is visible clearly. So if not, please let me know. Okay. So can you tell me in the mobile application? So I want to create a mobile application in the waterfall model. Okay. Then what will be the first step for the requirement analysis? What do you think? I'm going to create a mobile application. So on the day itself, I have given some information. Guys, just think you as a developer. Okay. So, and then give me an answer. A purpose of the application. Yes, exactly. We can say like the features and the functionality, right? We can say the first step is going to be a features and functionality. So let me give it here. So the first step is going to be a features and the functionality. Functionalities of the app. Okay, clear? Okay, clear, Amma? So this is going to be what? Change. The first step is will be understanding about the features and functionalities of the app. And what about the design part? Can you tell me what about the design part? So what will be the thing will be changed or what you will be knowing about it? So this is for requirement analysis. And what for design? So design, what will be the thinking? So client requirement in the app. Yes. What are the client requirements? So design means so what about the design? So first step will be analyzing of features and functionalities of the app. So second design will be, let's see. If you know the answer, you can just give an answer in the chat box. So let me give. Okay, here the apps, features. sorry, the app structure, and then user interface. Okay. So here in the design part, what will be happen is you will be involving and creating the app structures, and the user interface will be designed. So what is going to be the user interface? So that we'll be creating. And what is the second, or that is third phase is our implementation. So what happened in the implementation? This is very, very easy steps, right? So in the implementation part, again, here you will be the coding, right? So coding will be taken. So the implementation is actually the coding part will be done here. So the same like SDLC model or whatever we have learned, but here we need verification and validation and certification is important for each and every steps. Okay. And what about testing? So again, this is going to be the testing part, right? So this is for testing part. So here itself can add shapes. Okay. So for the all the three I'm just mentioning. For testing, we'll be just testing the application, the app. Okay. And the second one is for the deployment. What happened? The deployment stage, we need to release the app to the stores. Okay, we will release the app to the stores. And what is about maintenance? So this is about, it includes ongoing updates and the bug fixes. So simple to understand this concept maintenance. So maintenance is nothing but let's take an example of Windows. Okay, everyone is using Windows, right? So if you are using a Windows, while you are using it, something some notification will be coming on. So you have a new update. Please update your this particular some notification you'll be getting, right? So same like for each and everything, for maintenance we'll be giving some ongoing updates and bug fixes. Whatever the application, if you take any banking application, let's take ICICI Bank. So what happened? So while you are using that application, after some days it will ask you to update your application. So like that. Clear? So that's how they are maintaining. I hope everyone is clear this about this waterfall model. Yes or no, students? Any questions on this? If you don't have any questions also, you can just tell me. So next, we are going to see about what is advantage and disadvantages for this model. Who can use this model? First of all, the advantages is before the next phase of development, each phase must be completed. That is mandatory. Let's take, if I'm not ready with my design, I'm trying to code my application. I cannot do that here in the waterfall model. Clear? And the other advantages is suited for small projects where the requirements are well defined. You are very, if your organization is very clear about the requirements, then you can use this for your smaller projects. Okay. And disadvantages, an error can be fixed only during the phases. If I'm in the testing, if I'm in the coding part, or we can say if I'm in the testing part, I've done everything. Okay, the tester was very clear that he done everything, he or she done everything good. And if we're trying, if the organization has moved on to the deployment part now. Now the tester was saying, or the testing phase, while analyzing, there is some error or bug. I cannot move on to the previous phase. So that is an error here. That is disadvantages. Testing period comes quite late in the development process. So that is one disadvantages. Clear? So everyone is clear with this one, waterfall model? Any questions? So we are moving to the iterative model now. I need your engagement, students. Okay. So if you are in the session, so you would have answered me, right? Everyone clear, or do you want me to repeat it again? Please let me know. So don't think this is only a theory part. So this will be, definitely you're not going to be in the same position in the organization, right? So you'll be in the multiple positions. So if you are getting 1 year completion and if you are doing good, then you'll be move on to the next position. So you have to explore all these models. Everyone clear? Can I get some thumbs up? Okay, fine. Shaik only answering. What about the other students? Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, students. So now we can see about the iterative model. Okay. So what is this iterative model? So iterative model. So let me type it here itself. Okay, the iterative model is nothing but is a software, the ST approach, software development approach. So the here, the project is broken down into a smaller cycle or an iteration. Okay. So the projects will be broken down into a smaller cycles or iterations. So each, iteration goes through the phases of planning, designing, implementations, testing. So each, the iterations will be having each iteration will be, it should having the goes through the phases of what? Planning, designing, and then implementation, testing. Okay, so these are the steps we'll be following for each and every iteration. The projects will be, smaller down and each and every steps will be like this. Clear? So any doubts? Okay, you can see it is totally different from waterfall model, right? Because entire project is going to broken down to smaller cycle. So now, so we can just think this iterative model for real-time experience. So how we can think this? So we can imagine this for website development. Okay. So this is for websites. So I think this is better again. Uh, so we are going to, see this iterative model for website development. Clear? So this is for website development. So now tell me how it is going to function. So obviously you guys are a little confused about the steps, right? So let's see one by one. So in the first iteration, if it is going to be the first iteration, you should plan and design the basic structure of a website. The first iteration. Okay, in the first iteration. So what you will do is you will plan. So you'll be planning. Let me create one box here. I'm using laptop, so that's why it is hard to use it. Okay. So here the first plan is what? The first plan is going to be first iteration. Basic structure of a website. Okay. So this will be the first one. So the first iteration, the plan and design the basic structure of the website. Okay. And the second iteration, what happens? So in the second iteration, so you will, implement and add features like, navigation and some registration. Okay. So like this, you will be adding something. So first is basic structure, and then second will be the adding the features and implementation. And the third, so the third, steps you will be, subsequently you'll be iterating, refine and improve the site based on your feedbacks, that is user feedbacks, and changing the requirement based upon the user feedbacks. So, and we can change the requirements. Okay. So this is, the iterations will be continued. Okay, clear? So, so what happened? This allows you for the flexibility and ability to adapt the change during the development itself. So this will be a good part. So now we can see how this has been, this also has some disadvantages and advantages. So let's see. So the advantages in the sense, some working functionality can be developed and yearly in the software development lifecycle. Okay. And is easily adaptable to the ever-changing needs of a project as well as a client. Disadvantages, more resource may be required because each and every time you will be, getting some feedbacks from the customer. So we need to make some changes in the website, in a website development, right? So that will be a problem. And although the cost of change is lesser, but it is not very suitable for changing the requirements. But keep on changing the requirement is going to be a disadvantages, obviously, right? The plan is going to be, changing continuously. So that will be a disadvantages. Okay, so now we are moving to the prototype model. Any idea about prototype model? So do you have any idea about this prototype model? From the image, you can just refer and you can give me as an answer. No idea? Okay, let's see what is this prototype model. Actually, this, prototype model is to create a simplified version of a software. So that is going to be what? Prototype model. Simplified version of a software. So what it is called a simplified version. So let's see in a real-time example so that you can easily understand. So how it is going to be. Okay. So see the image. So it is starting here. The requirement gathering has been done, and then it's moving to the next phase, quick design, and moving to the third phase, that is building a prototype, and goes on like this: customer evaluation, refining prototype, and engineered product, and it gets stops, right? So this is the process is going on. So don't you think some difference has been done here? Yes, exactly. Let's see. So let's take some real time example. Again, I'm taking a mobile application. Okay, so here also I'm just imagining the mobile. I'm going to create a mobile app. Mobile application. Okay, we'll talk about the mobile application again. So, what is the first step? The initial phase. The basic version of the app is essential features might be created. Okay, in this particular first phase, this is going to be the initial phase, right? So in the initial phase, will be you know the basic versions will be created. Basic. Instead of this, and go. Okay, the requirement gathering. So we'll be using a that is will be creating a app with essential features. Okay, so we are creating an app with some essential features we have created, and then this prototype is then shared with the stakeholders or potential user to collect the feedback. So once it has been created, so what happened in the waterfall model? So it is not directly going to the stakeholders, right? So once the applications of essential feature has been created, so here, so this will be shared with the stakeholders and the users. Okay, so this will be shared with the stakeholders. So the quick design has been created. Okay. So once the requirement gathering has been done, the app with the essential feature, the quick design has been done, then this will be going for what? The customer evaluation. So this is a part. You can see the steps. Requirement gathering, quick design has been created. So the prototype, building the prototype, so that will be shared with the customer. That is a user or a stakeholders. Okay, user or a stakeholders. It will be shared with a user or a stakeholders. Okay, so user or the stakeholders. So this is about the customer customer evaluation. Then they will be collecting some feedbacks. Then what happened? So based on the feedback, so which we got here. Okay, so here we are getting a feedback. Here we are getting a feedbacks. Okay. So once the app with the essential feature has been created, design quick and prototype has been created, then it is given to the customer evaluation, the user and the stakeholders. So you'll be getting some feedback. So this feedback has been moving here. Okay. So then what happened is refine the additional features. If there is any feedbacks is given by the customers or the stakeholders that will be adjusted, then it is going to the refining the prototype. So if it is okay, then it will move on to the engineer product. Otherwise, it will again move to the quick design. So again, they will be creating a quick design. Clear, everyone? Okay, clear, Amma? So I'll ask you one question. Okay, so this prototype model, it is going to be do you think it's going to be a very crucial to shaping the final product? Is very crucial for shaping the final product in this prototype? What I'm trying to ask is the final part which we are getting it from the product prototype model is going to be good or it is going to be a moderate. What do you think? So today alone, students, after 7:30, we can have some. I want to check how many students have joined and everything. So okay, so please be connected. Yes, guys, tell me. So whether this prototype model is going to be, more efficient or not? Will it give a quality product? Because it was checking with customer feedback each and every time. I just want to check whether everyone is present or not. No one is answering. Why, students? Good product, madam. Why? Because we are taking customer satisfaction and feedback. Good, ma'am. Okay. It can give a quality product, ma'am. Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you. Thank you for giving answers. So next is a prototype model, advantages and disadvantages. This model is a flexible in design. Okay. And there is a scope of refinement, which means a new requirements can be easily accommodated. Disadvantages, this model is costly and it has a poor documentation because of continuous changing the customer requirements. Okay, so here each and every time we cannot document, right, whatever the customer is. So we'll be having a note, but we won't document it. So that will be a problem in the prototype model. Okay, so now let's move on to the spiral model. So what is this, spiral model? So what is this spiral model? So image, you can see some images here, which is available. Okay, so I'll tell you clearly so how this is going to be useful and for whom this particular spiral model is going to helpful. Okay, let's see the things about this spiral model. So this spiral model we can say it has a risk driven model. So let me shape here. Okay, this is called as a risk driven software development model. Okay, so that combines, idea of iterative development with aspects of waterfall model. So the combination of iterative plus waterfall model. Okay, so this is another name you can say risk driven software development model. Okay, it involves, series of repeating spirals will be there and each representing phase in the software development process. So let's see how this is going to be helpful in a real time example and who can use this. Actually, this is also being used for the gaming purpose. So now we can see some ERP system. So if this spiral model is used in ERP, so what is called as ERP? So we can see about ERP. So what is ERP, ma? Anyone knows ERP system? So what is ERP system? What is this ERP? Okay, ERP means Enterprises Resource Planning System. Exactly. So actually this ERP system is a complex software system. Okay. So we will see how this ERP system is used in a real time with spiral model. So first, yes, okay, fine. Good. So there are some four quadrants you can see. The first quadrant, and this is the second quadrant, and this is going to be a fourth, and this is going to be a third part. So what is the first part? So determination of what? Objective and then alternative and constraints. And here we'll be doing a risk analysis. Okay, risk analysis will be the evaluation will be done here, and the deliverables will be in the third part, third phase, and the last will be the iteration planning. Okay. So in the first spiral, what happened is you might, identify the project objective and constraint. So what is going to be the here in this first part, you will be finding. So this is entirely, we are talking about this particular box. Okay. So in this particular box, what happened? So this is the starting. Okay. Here we'll be finding the projects. So we'll be finding the project objective and constraint. So that is going to be the first part. And in the, subsequent spirals, you go through the planning, and then risk analysis and, engineering and testing and evaluation phases will be done. Okay. In the second quadrant, the risk analysis will be done. Okay. In this particular part. And the, third phase, the deliverable part. And the fourth phase will be what? Next iteration and planning will be done. And at the end of each spiral, the prototype or a part of system is developed for each and every thing. So what each every and every part. So the prototype will be created. Prototype in the sense some documentation. Okay, so the prototype will be created here for each and every phases. We'll take so this one and for this one, for this and this for each and everything. So we'll be creating a prototype. Okay, so we'll be creating a prototype. So it's developed and it will be evaluated. The project, continues through the additional spirals with each iteration. You can see the additional spirals also be working, right? So with the each iteration, refining the software based on the lessons learned and addressing the identified risk. Okay. So based upon that, the next iterations will be done. So the first iterations will be done here, and the second will be, doing like this. So you can see the part how it has been completed. Clear? So like this, it will be working. We can see the advantages and the disadvantages of this particular spiral model. Advantages in the sense, it is a risk handling. First one, risk handling in the sense in the first quadrant itself, we can identify what, sorry, in the first spiral, you can identify what is the issue. So then the spiral will be continued. The second refinement will be done. Okay, like this, you can see the things in the spiral model. So it has been used for ERP, that is for, enterprises resource planning, or we can use it for gaming development. There are a lot of, things we can use it here. And in this model, we can easily change the requirement. Later, the 1 minute, guys. Okay, Ma. So the first is risk handling, and that is advantages. And the second one was easy to change the requirements. So each and every spiral phases, you can change the requirements. And disadvantages, it is not suitable for a small projects, only for a larger project, because it is expensive, right? For each and every spirals, it is going to be refining the development, and it is much more complex than the other STLC model. So these are the example of spiral models. Now we come to a agile model. Any idea about agile model, students? If you already know about agile model. No. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, what is agile model? So let's see. It is, we can say iterative and incremental software development approach. So this is created mainly for flexibility and collaborations and emphasizes that is customer feedbacks. So this is breaking down the development development process into a small and manageable unit. Okay, so this is called as an iteration, right? So this is an explanation of iteration. So, with the focus and the delivering a working product quickly and adaptable to changing the requirements, so that we can do it using a agile model. So you can see the new terms called Scrum and Sprint. So Sprint is nothing but it's like a time-based event. Okay, so this time-based event will time box events will take 2 to 4 weeks to complete the sprints, and the Scrum is a agile model process. Okay, so we can see some real time example for this one. Again, I'm taking mobile application. So let's take, I'm going to create a mobile app. Okay, I'm going to create a mobile app. Then what happened in the agile projects? In an agile project, the development team along with the stakeholders create a prioritized backlog of features. Okay, they will be who's going to create. So in the agile model, that is our stakeholders as well as the team. Which team? Development. Okay, the development. Better I can write it in the shapes. Okay, so here the stakeholders and the development team, they sit together and they will be creating a prioritized backlog of features. So this the first step, and the team then works on a series of short iterations. So once it is done, the team, the each and every team, okay, so each and every team, they will be works on the series of short iterations. So this is a short iteration. Okay, usually this will take a 2 to 4 weeks along, so that is called as a sprint. So in each sprint, subset of features is implemented, that is testing, and the implemented and delivering will be done. Okay, so after prioritizing this thing, it is given to each and every team that as a sprint 1, 2, and 3. For instance, we can say the first sprint. Okay, let's talk about the first instant, that is first sprint. So what happened in the first sprint? So the team might focus on creating the app basic structure. The first sprint. So what the this team focus on creating a, yes. So the team focuses on creating the apps, that is a basic structure and the navigations. Okay, this will be done in the first sprint. If it is going to be the second sprint, okay, and each and every time, let's see. So if it is going to be the second sprint, then what happened? So the review meeting will be done. So where the stakeholders will provide the feedbacks and the development team adjust the priority for the next sprint accordingly. Okay. So this what happened. So this will be again reviewed with the the stakeholders, so the users. Okay, they will be reviewing it. So if any changes is needed, that will be done in the second sprint. Okay, the review meetings of this will be done. So this iterative process continues till the app is fully developed with the continuous feedbacks. Clear? So each and every time for each and every sprint, so the stakeholder feedbacks is very important. Okay, Agile is actually well suited for the projects where the requirements are expected to change. There is any multiple expectations changing, then we can use it. So these are the some advantages and disadvantages of this Agile model. Customer satisfaction, definitely it will be good. And the people and interactions are emphasized. The team members and the stakeholders, everything, they will be collaborating with each other, right? So that will be good. And disadvantages, a lack of emphasis on unnecessary designing and documentation. So that is again this will be the a problem here. Documentation is a problem, and projects can easily get taken off track if the customer representative is unclear. If the stakeholders is not clear about the project, it's unclear about the project, then what happened? Again, it will be a question mark. So you don't know what you are going to design. The developer team doesn't know what is going to be designed, right? So this is all about the models. As of now, any questions from the SDLC model? Any doubts you can ask me? No questions? Yes or no, students? I can see some 5 to 6 students are repeatedly answering. What about the others? Other or you guys are not answering. Please be attentive in the sessions. Be interactive. Understood with the SDLC model? Any questions? Okay, now I can ask you one question. Okay, you tell me. In which particular process we'll be, which particular model will be creating the prototype? So in which particular model we'll be creating a prototype? Okay. So yes, it's a prototype. Yes, in the spiral also we have created prototype. Yeah, exactly. Good. And please tell me what are the different models we have? What are the different models we have? You can give me one line answers. Is good. Kendra, prototyping, waterfall, and spiral model. And one is again Agile is left, and one more iterative. Okay, so iterative you need. Yes, good, good. A lot of answers. That is not Scrum actually. Scrum is one of the process. It's Agile development process that is called as a Scrum. Okay, so these are the different models we have learned. V-shaped. Okay. Okay, fine, students. So now we can see about the web-based software application architecture. So here you can see client side, front end, and back end, right? So what is called as a client side is going to be. So in the client side part, that is how the user is going to interact, or the client. So let's say I'm interacting through the browser, right? So the most of the time, if you need some information from the online, then obviously you'll be interacting with some browsers, Chrome, or some Microsoft Bing, or Safari, or Opera. So like there are a lot of web browsers are there. You'll be interacting over there. So that HTTP request, so that will be sent here in this container. So what is this container? So the first one is front end, and this is going to be back end. So in the front end, this is here we'll call it as a presentation layer. In a presentation layer, going to be what? HTML. So some basic we can say. So whatever we are trying to create the front end, so that we can take it as an example. So HTML, and then some CSS. Okay, and some JS. Okay, so these are the some we can say it as a presentation layers, the coding part, and the back end is nothing but this is going to be the business layer, business logic layer. Here you will write some logics. Okay, so using a back end technologies. It may be whatever it may be using. You can use Java, or you can use Python. And what are the other things? Some scripting languages, let's say JSP, right? And then what else? PHP. So there are a lot of things. So that is going to be the logic part. And data layer. So here our data get stored, and we can retrieve data. Using some softwares, we'll be retrieving the data, right? So what are the softwares for database layer? So MySQL, or MongoDB, or Hibernate. So there are a lot of database, data layers are there. So here we can see database and some third party services. Okay, so this is the architecture for the web based software applications. Clear? And finally, the response will be, once it is done, the data layer will be fetching all the details, and it will be shared here. And how the process has been done. So now we understand so how the architecture is going to be. So let's say the server, if I have a server, okay, this is my client side. So how the interaction is going to be? So the domain name, based upon the domain name, so the interactions will be continued from a client side to the server side. Clear? So here the domain name, let's take, I have a shopping site. I'm just giving as Amazon dot in, whatever. Okay, so I'm giving, this is my domain name. So this domain name is we are typing in the client side. So that has been converted into what? Can you tell me how it has been, what the things will be changed? So while it is interacting with the server, the domain name will be converted into what? So I have a client side and the server. Okay, how the interaction is going to be. So I'm giving Amazon.in in the client side. So how it will be taken on the server side. Then how the information will be delivered. Can anyone tell me? Binary code format. Actually, Nikita, so the Amazon.in is a domain name. So that will be converted into IP address. So that process is called as a DNS, domain name system. Right? Do you remember? So that process will be done. So then it reaches the domain, that is Amazon server. Then it fetch the appropriate details to the user. So this is the process will be done. Clear? Clear about the process? And can you tell me how the URL has been defined? How the URL has been defined? So when you type, when you go to the browser, how this will be, given. So let's say HTTP. So I'll just go with some shapes. Okay. So if I have HTTPS domain name dot extension, right? So this is my, here we can say protocol. Okay. So this is our what? This is our URL. Protocol, domain name, and extension. So can you give me example for this URL? So let me give you an example. So let's take Nikita. Okay, Nikita started some shopping website, shopping business. Okay. So now I want a domain name to be Nikita, and what is the shopping website is going to be. There are different extensions we have. I can also tell you that. What are the extensions? Extensions are ORG, organization, non-profit organization, and GOT, we have commercial, we have, and then this in. Okay, there are a lot of extensions we have. Now, can you tell me the extension? So in the protocol is nothing but protocol. We have two types. One is HTTP and the another one. Okay. Now, can you tell me the example for this one? Just create. So I have given the, this is my syntax. Let's say this is a syntax. So the shopping domain name is going to be Nikita. Okay. And extension is what extension you will be choosing for shopping website. So just use it, and protocol, you can use any protocol. Give me the example. Yes, HTTPS shopping website.org. Great. So HTTP is a protocol name, and then shopping website is a domain name. .org is a organization. Okay, clear? So here for this one, I can tell you. So HTTP is, if it is going to be a secured one, then you can go with yes. This is unencrypted. So the data which you are giving, it is not going to be, safe. So that's called as HTTP. And then domain name, I'm giving Nikita shopping dot extension is going to be com, commercial purpose for retail. I'm giving .com. Okay. So this domain name will be converted into what? IP address. So when it goes to the server. Okay, clear, students? Clear with the domain names and the other things? Any doubts about server, business layer, this business layer and presentation layer? Any doubts as of now? You don't have any doubts, just give me some reply so that I can go to the next one. I can complete the, software development today. Then we can start HTML part from tomorrow. Okay, great, Jyoti. HDPS Mintra.in. Great. Everyone clear? You want me to repeat anything? Everyone is clear? Okay, fine. Next is front end technologies. What are the front end technologies? So let's see. So what is called first technologies and what is called as languages? So languages in the sense the found that is foundation which we are, these are the basic foundation ma. Okay. So so after, if you are very good in this, okay, you can also create some library. You can also create some libraries, or you can create some frameworks. You cannot create library after knowing HTML, CSS, but you can create a frameworks. Clear? So this is library and this is framework. So if I'm very good in HTML and CSS, you guys can go to the open source, okay, which is available. You can read the code and you can create a lot of frameworks. Frameworks in the sense, the CSS itself, we have a lot of frameworks, Bootstrap, and we have something called as Foundation, Bulma, and then the Skeleton, CSS, Tailwind, and Milligram. There are a lot of frameworks have been created based upon this HTML and CSS. If you are good, very strong in JavaScript, then you can create libraries. Libraries means the functionalities, whatever the functionalities you are doing, that we can create it as a very simple way by libraries. Example, jQuery and Popper.js and bundle and React.js. So these are all called as a library. If you're good in JavaScript, you can also create a libraries. Okay. And what is called Angular.js, this is also a framework, a JS framework. Okay. And we have Vue, .js. So these are all called as a technologies. So once you know all these languages or the scripting languages, then you can create all these things. Okay, these are called as a front-end technologies. So to know this, you should understand what is JS. If you want to create a framework or if you want to work with framework, at least you have some basic knowledge about HTML, CSS. Backend technologies. Backend technologies. So for a backend technologies, you can already you guys, I think you may know about Java and Python a little bit, right? So Python, nowadays they are recruiting for research and development students. Okay, and for Java also, you can see a lot of opportunities will be getting to develop the enterprises applications. So that is really a good platform. Even now, they most of the peoples are working. People are working in this Java and what is called Node.js. So JavaScript is also is a based upon that they have created this Node.js. It's an environment, okay, a runtime environment, and PHP, Laravel, Go, Ruby, .NET. So these are the different backend technologies we have. So a lot of people are working in this technologies, different technologies. Clear? And well done. Yeah, you have completed this course and now you understand the importance of software developments, right? And what is software and various types of software, what is software development, life cycles of software development, various models and architectures of applications. Clear? So now you guys are going to answer. Dash refers to a set of computer science activities dedicated to the process of creating and deploying and supporting the software. Can I get the answer for this one? What is going to be the answer for this one?
Software development, ma'am.
Software development is the answer. And what about the remaining students? You can see the answers at the bottom. Okay. So you can see it is going to be what? Software development. The first one is an answer. And second one, oh, sorry. So Mac OS is an example of dash software. Programming, system, application, none of the above.
System.
So it is going to be a system software. Good. And select the proper sequences of phases in the software development life cycle.
Option A.
Option A. Okay. Do you think the option 1 is correct? Lazi, I think Lazia was answered. See here, ma. First is planning is done and the developing and the maintenance. Again, analysis and testing is there. Is it correct?
Option
So it is
C, ma'am.
not correct. Okay, the option C is going to be the correct one. Good. So next is following is a software development model. Good students, I'm getting a lot of answers. Is good. So as a software development model which is used majorly in the industry to develop the application.
Agile.
Yeah, good. It's a agile model. Customer satisfaction by rapid and continuous delivery of useful software is the advantages of which model? It's going to be prototype
model.
I think it's going to be a prototype. Customer satisfaction by rapid. Just we'll move on to the slides.
Iterate.
So here only no. For each and every time, so we'll be connecting with the stakeholders and we'll be getting it, right? Again, the prototype is also good, but if it is going to be, let's take the prototype. So here also it has been done, but it is not like a sprint, right? So it will be a continuous process. So once it is done, the refining will be done, then it's done. That's it. But here we have a lot of sprints. So again, the agile model is going to be the answer. Clear? I hope everyone clear with this one. If any questions, you can ask me.